Hey guys,
I'm Yaz,
and I'm Jazz.
and we are starting to document our fertility journey. We started in December of 2023. It's now January 2025, and we're still trying. There's been a lot of ups and downs, but we're still like super hopeful and anxious. But yeah, so we just want to document everything and kind of invite you guys to see our side of our fertility
Process,
our fertility process.
So what we both decided to do was reciprocal IVF, and that's where one partner retrieves eggs and then the other partner carries. And I was the one to retrieve, and she's gonna be carrying.
So we started initially with a lot of like baseline ultrasounds, a lot of blood work, genetic testing, which was really cool to see, and we saw what genetic conditions we were carriers for. So that would tell us what sperm donor we can basically choose. We wouldn't choose a sperm donor that is a carrier of the same thing that we are, because
Go ahead.
that wouldn't be good.
Right. So with that process, I thought honestly it would be a little easier to find a sperm donor, but it's really not. So once you start filtering out those genetic and the carriers for those genetics, then it becomes very slim. And so with that also, we also wanted an African American sperm donor, and that was also very slim. There's not many out there, and it's hard to find. So I was kind of taken back from that process, but I'm still happy with the sperm donor we did choose.
We chose a sperm donor that favored my characteristics because we chose her to retrieve the eggs from, just so that the baby can kind of resemble both of us in a way. After we chose the sperm donor, we basically were clear to go ahead and start prepping her body for her retrieval day, which was a lot of different shots in her abdomen, gonal F, menopure, and then when everything looked good, because we kept going back to monitor her follicles, when everything measured good, then she had a trigger shot.
I had to keep getting ultrasounds done, so like probably honestly twice a week during that process, which was in a 2-week time frame. And then of course taking shots on top of that. And then as you get closer to the day of retrieval, I think it kind of like one of the shots kind of got closer and closer, if I'm not mistaken. So I was sometimes at work in the parking lot before I head into work taking a shot. So that was a little bit different.
When everything looked good and she did her trigger shot, then came her retrieval day.
Good morning, guys.
Morning.
Today is egg retrieval day. We have our little socks on for good luck that she ordered all the way to Raleigh. I'm excited. I'm not really nervous at all. You?
No, I'm just excited for you to be done with shots and just go back to normal.
Yeah. The shot parts really didn't hurt, but it's just driving all the time in freaking Raleigh, like early in the morning before work. That's what sucked. So
just like,
and at the end, maybe it did get annoying because I'm like the pain started like really being there. So, but alrighty.
And you're exhausted.
Yes.
You're ready for this good nap with medicine.
I really am. I'm excited about that.
We went in there. We had her all ready. She got the best sleep of her life.
Yeah, that was a smooth procedure.
She was drugged up, and we were able, at the end of everything, to get 6 mature embryos. 3 day 5s and 3 day 6s.
They retrieved 11, but only 7 matured, and then 6 fertilized.
Yeah, that's right. So, we did not do any PGTA testing just because we were young and we didn't have any history of like known infertility or anything like that.
And we also didn't want to do that testing because we wanted this to be as natural as possible.
We definitely didn't want to like pick an embryo based on like the sex of the embryo or anything like that. We just wanted to, pick the best quality embryo and then move forward.
Yep.
After we got the results of the egg retrieval, we started to prep my body for the embryo transfer procedure.
Right. So prepping her body included doing estrogen pills and then also doing a shot in her booty.
Okay, we're doing our first injection of the progesterone, I think. Squeeze it. Okay. Ah! Did you do it?
No,
oh my god, it's so good. Yeah. So progesterone shot, estrogen pills, and then checking my blood to make sure all the levels were good. They did have to increase the estrogen from 2 times a day to 3 times a day. And after we got the okay, we had scheduled the embryo transfer. Now we'll kind of go into our transfer day and what all we did and how everything turned out.
And so now, transfer day. Press.
We got this.
I'm kind of nervous too, actually. I shouldn't have told you that. She's stressed. She's nervous as hell. But we got this. I'm dressed in my little suit to go back to the opera room.
The what?
The opera room. So,
Relax.
yeah, relax. So Yaz is in the room. She's ready. So we can't document the procedure, but we'll take pictures of the ultrasound. And afterwards, we'll let you know.
Bye, guys.
Bye. All right, so somebody just finished. How do you feel? Was that painful? No?
Just a little uncomfortable.
I understand. Well, so far success, and she's gonna go get her blood drawn. And I think we're done for the day for that. And I think we're finally done. Got our transfer day shirt on, so our outfit's cute.
Okay, we are done for now.
For now.
I got my blood drawn with the procedure. So let me see. Let me rate that discomfort, because it wasn't like pain. It's discomfort.
Yeah.
It's like a discomfort 6. Like you have to like get in the area. You have a full bladder. They're pressing the ultrasound on your abdomen.
Yeah.
And you're just like so uncomfortable. They give you the warm blanket. You're already hot. Like it's just like, they were really nice though. Everything went good. I didn't feel the catheter being inserted into my cervix this time, which was good. The speculum was just like the uncomfortable part. But yeah, everything seemed good. They put like an air bubble in the catheter so you could see like
Where it's placed at.
where it's placed in the uterus. They didn't remeasure my lining, I guess because it was normal on the last one.
Well, she said it looks good. Everything looks good. I think that's when you really weren't listening.
Yeah, I could not listen because I was just uncomfortable. But that's why Jazz was there. And we didn't get all the footage that we wanted just because we couldn't videotape during the thing. We could take pictures. But Jazz was just like being in the moment and like telling me to like breathe and stuff because I looked so uncomfortable. But basically right now we're pregnant.
Basically.
We're 2 weeks pregnant right now. we'll see. We do our blood pregnancy test in 2 weeks, and we just have to force ourselves not to do any urine pregnancy tests at home, right?
Yeah.
I need to get some, I guess, McDonald's French fries.
Oh,
they say.
Did we pass by that? I think we already passed by McDonald's. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's what they say you should eat. I know something about sodium.
So,
Anyways, we'll pop back on when we have our French fries. Okay, we got our fries, a medium fry. Jazz already ate the first fry. Rude. And they're fresh and good. So it's supposed to increase the sodium, so help with the fluid balance and implantation or whatever. So I'm always down for a good fry.
I know your ass is. Give me some.
I'm a McDonald's girly.
Are fresh. Are you fresh as hell?
Yeah. We're gonna do a pregnancy test.
She's cheating.
Should we not do it?
I don't know. We're doing it.
Okay. So
I don't know if we should, but we're doing it.
You're. Maybe we should just wait.
No, do it. No, just do it. You this whole time you've been like all for it. What, are you second guessing it?
Where are you going? Okay, so we are day 7 post transfer. We have one of the cheat tests. Should we do it?
Go, babe, just go. If I said do it, just do it because we're already here.
Transfer 4 drops of urine.
4 drops. Hold on, let me see.
We should be able to see by now.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Are these cheap ones?
Yeah.
Or, so is that good?
But it says 99% accurate.
That's 5 days sooner.
Where?
So that says that's 5 days sooner. So it should be able to get it, right?
Maybe, we'll see.
What does that exactly mean, though?
Before your missed period. We're 2 days. We're 7 days before our missed period.
So then we gotta wait 2 more days, is what it's saying? Still doesn't make sense to me.
The test is indicated for use from 4 days before the date of the expected period. We're just gonna do it and see. Should we wait?
We about to see. Go ahead.
We don't know if we should wait or not, but we're just gonna go ahead and do it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just scared because, like, okay, if it is negative, that it's because it's too soon, not necessarily.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How many drops? It's
4.
so freaking hot.
How do you get it?
1, 2, 3,
4. Okay, don't look
How
at
long
it.
does it take?
3 minutes. Okay.
3 minutes? Okay.
We're gonna wait.
All
Set
right.
the timer.
So
What time is it?
I'm about to set a timer, babe. 3 minutes.
I just wonder what it's gonna say. I'm
So,
gonna be sad.
She still has to go get her blood drawn Thursday of next week coming up, so in another week. And then that will be the official test.
Let's look at it.
No! I'm scared now. I'm motherfucking scared.
Should we throw it out?
No.
Okay.
And 3, 2, 1. Yasmin.
Okay, let's do it.
Yasmin.
Let's look.
Together?
Yeah.
What is it? What's a positive?
Don't look at it!
I'm not. I'm right here. Look, right here. Relax.
2 lines are positive.
My heart is dropping.
I don't know.
Okay.
Let's just look at it. Ready?
1, 2, 3. It's positive. Oh my god, bitch.
Yay!
But
That's so good.
Now it's gotta stay there.
Because that's like that is a for sure positive. Yay.
This is crazy.
It is.
But I hope it stays that way.
It will.
Okay.
Yay!
Do you feel better now?
Yeah, I feel good.
Bitch, we better have a child.
I know, this is crazy. That's awesome.
It's a
I
long
cannot
waiting
believe
process.
it. I've always wanted to be pregnant.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
All right,
That's
guys.
awesome, too.
Well, we'll check in
Thursday, or you will check in Thursday
when we do our blood test and see how high our hormone level is.
Yep. More shots for you though.
I'm fine with it now. Alright guys, so just checking in. We have our appointment today at the fertility clinic to do our first OB ultrasound. So we're headed there now and we're pretty excited. Yes, about to get her ultrasound done. Let's see what happens.
Obviously we'll do an ultrasound and kind of what we're expecting to see today. In the uterus, we're looking for a dark circle called the gestational sac. And then within that sac, we're looking for a little white circle, which is called the yolk sac.
Okay.
And then near the yolk sac, we're looking for the embryo, the baby, and a heartbeat.
A heartbeat, so there will be a heartbeat, okay.
Yeah, you're like right on that cusp where it's just starting to develop or be visible here. So if we don't see it today, not abnormal.
Okay,
Might just
okay.
need to check back in. Sec. That's the gestational sac there. I'm going to get some measurements of it. It's measured 6 weeks and 2 days. So right on track. Doing okay with the pressure? Yes. Okay. There's something visible here, but it's not like the clear, distinct yolk sac that we would usually see. It's usually a very like nice round ring.
So this is our ultrasound from that clip that we just watched. That long, awkward clip trying to search for the yolk sac and fetal pole. That was not there. So we have an empty gestational sac. So basically we had an early miscarriage. So that was really sad. We went back a couple days later just to confirm, and that's what happened. The gestational sac kept growing and my hormones kept going up, but nothing, the embryo stopped developing, I guess, when it was like still microscopic. I don't know, because we never saw anything. After that, we went through like when we needed to stop the medication. And I kept doing the medication like 5 more days because we had planned this vacation to go to. I didn't want to like actively miscarry there. So I stopped it when we came back and the miscarriage never happened. We waited days, weeks. I think we ended up waiting like maybe like 10 days and it never happened. So we tried to induce it with the 4 pills to induce the miscarriage. And we thought that worked, but we went back and the gestational sac was still there. So we had an option to redo the 4 pills or to do a DNC, which if you don't know what a DNC is, it's basically when they put you to sleep and they dilate you and just kind of clean out your uterus and make sure that all products of conception are out of the uterus. So we opted for that just because the anxiety and stress of doing the medication at home, it was just like too much to deal with. And I just wanted it to be over and I didn't want to be in pain or anything like that. So we did the procedure and then I recovered. After bleeding stopped, I was like doing pregnancy tests like back to back just to see when it would go negative because it's such an up in the air, like you don't really know how long it's gonna take. So After the bleeding stopped and I got a negative pregnancy test at home, I contacted my clinic and they sent me for a blood pregnancy test. It was still positive then, but a very low positive. So then they sent me again in a week to redo it, which then it was finally negative. After I had a negative pregnancy test at home, I was doing some ovulation tests to see, because I don't know why I had this like thought in my mind that my body was like broken and I would never ovulate again normally. I don't know. I started like, I'm just a little bit, but I got a positive ovulation test and then I got my period 2 weeks later. So now we have an appointment with our fertility doctor just to see what our next steps are. If we're going to do like further testing on our embryos or when we're going to start our next transfer. Our first transfer was 4 months ago. So I'm just like ready to just move on and like have a successful pregnancy. So fingers crossed for our next transfer, but we'll do an update when we have more from our fertility doctor.